Note page 11 is about the United States Congress, which is the legislative branch for our federal government. The U.S. Congress works in the building known as the U.S. Capitol. The U.S. Capitol is located in Washington, D.C. It is the building that has the curved dome on the top of it in the middle. The U.S. Congress is what's called bicameral. Bicameral means that it has two parts. One part of the Congress is called the House of Representatives. They work on this side of the Capitol building, and the other part of Congress is known as the United States Senate. The Senate works on this end of the building. A few key things to keep in mind about the members of Congress. One is they are in the legislative branch. That means, as you've learned, that they make the laws. There's only one way for them to get the job of making laws, and that is they have to be elected by the voters. Once they're elected, they serve for a certain number of years. That time period is known as their term, and they can get reelected over and over and over. There's no limit to how many terms they can serve. Each one of them does speak for a certain area of land. For the senators, they speak for all the people of their entire state. Meanwhile, when it comes to lawmaking, the representative only speaks for a small portion of the state called their congressional district. It is a paying job. It is work. They get paid $174,000 a year. These three men, they are currently, this is your U.S. representative. These two men are your elected U.S. senators from Virginia. You'll learn their names in class. So this Congress has powers. In the U.S. Constitution, we have a written list of the powers of Congress, the things Congress is allowed to do, and they're written in the U.S. Constitution, and they're known as the expressed or enumerated powers. Meanwhile, there's other things that Congress can do, but they're not written down anywhere. It's just implied. It's simply understood there are some things that Congress is going to have to be able to do in order to carry out their written powers. And a key here for us is that Congress cannot do anything it flat out wants to do. It is limited by the U.S. Constitution. So some of the major powers that are actually written or enumerated in the Constitution, they make the laws for the United States. The Congress approves the annual budget, which means the spending plan for the federal government. When the president picks and assigns people to do certain jobs in government, known as appointments, the Congress has to approve of that person. The Congress raises money through writing tax laws. That one means they decide how much we're going to pay in taxes. They make rules for doing business, and it is written in the Constitution that only Congress can declare war on other nations. The Congress has two parts, the House and the Senate. These two parts of Congress work together as the legislative branch of the U.S. government,